Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to talk about some NFL news right around 2 here. So, trending. Hashtag Jaguars needs to back Rayshon Jenkins. Doesn't seem to be concerned about with hashtag Steelers wide receiver George Pickens because he believes the Jags cornerbacks will be able to hold him down. Jenkins said, and I quote, "I know that receiver we have coming in this week, number 14. He says number 14. He has a high yards per catch, but respectfully, he hasn't played our corners yet, so I'll say that. The Steelers play Jaguars on week 8. You might as well do your homework there, Mr. Rayshon Jenkins. Like, who is Rayshon Jenkins? Like, this dude talking like he's some type of star. Buddy, nobody knows who you are. Yeah, he's going for 100 plus yards now. Because nobody knows who Rayshon Jenkins is, let's be honest. So an update. Hashtag Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill tells the media that he will play against the hashtag Patriots on week 8. So it was reported yesterday per rap sheet that Tyreek Hill could miss their week 8 game, but now it's reported he tells the media he will play against the Patriots week 8. Who thought Tyreek was going to miss this game? Come on. Will he be 100% though? I'd imagine if he's playing, he's 100%. So there's that. So, update. Hashtag Jets running back Dalvin Cook, a 4-time Pro Bowler, told media today. He told media that he's frustrated with his first 6 games with the Jets being Andy Vasquez. He said he feels like he's a running back who gets better with more touches and that he doesn't feel like he's a different guy or his injury was a factor. He was asked multiple times if he wants to be traded, since said he's not asking to be moved. So the team reportedly made him available for a possible trade. Well, I don't think he's as good as a running back as he used to be. I don't care if he got more touches. He's just washed at this point, so I don't think it would matter. Tyreek Hill is at practice, the Dolphins wide receiver. So there's that. So not only are the Seahawks bringing back their 90s throwback uniform for the Browns game on week 8, they're already practicing with them. So they've got their throwback uniforms. Those look like some of the best throwbacks in the NFL currently. So, say that. So an update. The hashtag Seahawks are indeed signing pass rusher Frank Clark after he passed his physical, per Josiah Anderson. I'm fully expecting him to go to the Chiefs, but he's signing with the Seahawks, which I think is a very underrated addition to their defense in Frank Clark. Trending. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce says Tom Brady's the best and greatest QB in NFL history, but adds Patrick Mahomes could pass him one day. Obviously, his teammate, it seems nearly impossible, but he's on pace that he could do it. But I mean, obviously he's going to say that. I mean, it's his teammate, so. So, Rams quarterback Deshaun Watson on if he rushed back from injury versus the Colts. He said, "I don't know. I thought I was ready. I wasn't ready." He also responded to questions about people saying he doesn't want to play. Why wouldn't I want to play? I just worked my ass off for 2 years to get back and play. And former NFL QB Brady Quinn recently just suggested Watson isn't overly interested in playing, which led to a feud with his private quarterback coach. Quinn said, "How about we massage this conversation and get it to a happy ending? Does that sound satisfactory?" That's what he said. Jesus Christ. Deshaun Watson got cooked. He's probably at home thinking about his next prey. He shouldn't even be playing to begin with. Well, we don't care about Watson updates. I worked my ass off for 2 years. Yeah, you suck. You're washed, Deshaun Watson. Worst trade in NFL history. So an update about Dawson Knox. He will likely be placed in the injured reserve with his wrist injury per at rap sheet. With an update. Well, it's now a Dalton Kincaid season. will probably be now their starting tight end, the rookie first round pick, which is good to see. So, trending, RG3 reveals that back in 2018, Joe Flacco wouldn't help mentor rookie Lamar Jackson, and it was, quote, awkward between them. RG3 says the Ravens kept him on the team as a third QB to help mentor Lamar because Flacco was simply leading by example but not actively helping, which is where RG3 came in. Flacco was traded to the hashtag Broncos the following year in 2019, and Jackson went on to win MVP. But it did say Jackson said Flacco was completely helpful throughout his rookie camp. I don't know if this is actually the truth, but players say it otherwise. So this definitely wouldn't surprise me if what RG3 said here is true. So per your report, Jackson Mahomes is fighting prosecutors over drug tests in his sexual battery case, per @Radar Online. A preliminary hearing in Jackson Mahomes' felony case has been postponed until early 2024. Jackson Mahomes was arrested and charged with aggravated sexual battery in February. Remember when he got arrested on suspicion of sexual battery? And they let this man in NFL games just how? You need the NFL to stop showing his face. It's setting a bad example for the kids at home when you put him on national TV with all this going on. Just lock him up. The NFL needs to ban him from games. I mean, come on. So the Steelers' offense under Matt Canada / Kenny Pickett has really been struggling this year. In yards per game, 31st, total QBR 30th, points per game 29th, and efficiency 28th for ESPN. Yeah, 28th or lower on everything. Matt Canada's just simply not good offensive coordinator, but he has the highest passer rating in the fourth quarter of any QB though. With Kenny Pickett's been fucking clutch the last 2 weeks in the fourth quarter. But just bad coaching. I feel like they have talent on offense. It's just bad coaching. They just need a better offensive coordinator. Lowest passer rating allowed, a minimum of 10 targets for linebackers during this week. Not going over the ratings, I'll just go over the players in order. Blake Cashman, Robert Spillane, Oren Burks, AJ Speed, Christian Roseboom, Damone Clark, Devin White, Bobby Okereke, Terrell Bernard, and Ernest Jones. Okay, we have a lot of who's here. AJ Speed, who? Christian Roseboom, who? Ernest Jones, who? Blake Cashman, who? So many who's here. But I guess this Colts defense is massively improved since they've got some pretty good players here. I mean, I guess Cashman's a stud. So QB Josh Allen's play's taking a nosedive the past couple of weeks in the first half of games. He went from 86 total QBR to 15, and from 8 TDs and 1 interception ratio to 0 TDs, 2 interception ratio. He's been god tier in the second half, but in the first half he's been trash. Second half he's been god tier. So an update: the hashtag Patriots are signing former Eagles first round pick wide receiver Jalen Reagor to the active roster per @Rap Sheet. So Patriots are signing Eagles first round pick Jalen Reagor to their active roster. Jesus Christ. Update: the hashtag Eagles aren't done in the trade market despite trading for Titans safety Kevin Byard. Quote, I've talked to tons of NFL teams around the league and it's like, yeah, Howie's calling. Of course Howie is calling. And Howie's not done, by the way, at DeMarcini via the Ryan Russillo podcast. This doesn't surprise me. Howie's trying to get in the lab cooking. Obviously they're in the win now mode. But they need to get like a third corner linebacker, to be honest, if I'll be honest, on their team at the moment. So, Brock Purdy's stats before and after his concussion: he was 2 of 6 after, 20 yards, 10 receptions, 4.2 QB rating. Before 19 of 24, 252, 124 rating, 1 touchdown. But I don't know. Maybe it actually did. Maybe he didn't start feeling symptoms until after the game. But I mean, it's a sample size of 6 passes. I mean, it's not really much to go off of. The lowest passer rating allowed by safety men 10 targets entering week 8. Let's go over the players. Mike Edwards, Deshaun Gibson, Kyle Hamilton, Geno Stone, Rudy Ford, Quandre Diggs, Rodney Thomas, Von Bell, Jesse Bates, and Kirby Joseph. We have one who here. Rodney Thomas. Who? Had to get that who out there. I mean, Mike Edwards is a beast this year. One of the top safeties in the league, going off if you're going off the stats here. Falcons coach Arthur Smith responded to the questions, failing to update the status of running back Bijan Robinson ahead of the Bucs game. Quote, understand outrage and drama sells. So why didn't you put Bijan on the injury report? Why is he being so defensive about it? Like, does he not understand the league protocol? Yeah, let's get into this. Lowest passer rating led by cornerbacks. We'll go over the players: Deron Bland, Jalen Johnson, Ahkello Witherspoon, Mike Hilton, Martin Emerson, Stephon Gilmore, Troy Hill, L'Jarius Sneed, Darius Williams, and Denzel Ward. It's your top 10 in that. Well, the Bears better pay Jalen Johnson. So the Panthers, per an update, are working out former Giants, Raiders, and Packers linebacker Blake Martinez. Martinez retired at age 29 to start his own Pokemon trading cards company, but recently was permanently banned after allegedly scamming Pokemon collectors. He left the NFL to become a scammer, and after he got caught, he wants to make an NFL comeback. I guess you could say he didn't catch them all. So, linebacker Micah Parsons, Cowboys linebacker, claims that medias and the member are, quote, bullies, per Clarence Hill Jr. They're wrong. They're doing exactly what I say they're going to do. Whether we win or lose, they're going to have something to say. People think I'm shy from criticism. No, criticism is not the problem. Just criticize everyone with the same energy, yada, yada, yada. And he isn't wrong. They don't watch tape. Like, you gotta watch the tape. It's easy to say players played bad looking at the stats but you gotta watch the tape. But he's not wrong. But I wouldn't worry about the media, to be honest. An update: Titans Pro Bowl running back Derrick Henry could be traded and the Ravens are the most, quote, interested team in him as of Wednesday, according to Buck Rising. The Titans are 2-4, have already traded a starter and safety Kevin Byard to the Eagles. Derrick Henry could be next. That wouldn't surprise me if that happened soon. But if that happened, him going to the Ravens, Lamar and Derrick Henry would be unstoppable, man. That would be unstoppable. Update: Cardinals QB Kyler Murray practiced fully yesterday. Should he start week 8 over Josh Dobbs? I'd rather see Lamar and versus Kyler, but if he can start, he definitely should. That's just my opinion, though. So, Rob Gronkowski goes after the current Patriots players for how they celebrated their win versus the Bills. Likely they won the Super Bowl. They just won one game and they celebrated more than we did when we won a Super Bowl. I mean, it's a different era, though. Maybe he's talking about the standard. So, the cost for Commanders pass rushers Montez Sweat and Chase Young is probably a second or third round pick in a trade per Schultz report. It was recently reported that the Commanders have not started contact extensions between either player. Both are pending free agents at the end of the season. And that's the last report from the news so far today. I'll probably do another video later. So the Raiders have designated Curtis Bolton to return off injured reserve. So a little bit of news from him from Ian Rappaport. So Jimmy Garoppolo returns to Raiders practice. Team is hopeful he'll play Monday versus the Lions, and Jimmy G, he said, is in line to return on Monday versus Detroit. Yeah, he's gonna throw a lot of picks in that game. So Cam Hayward has returned to practice, though he remains on injured reserve, so maybe they'll bring him off the injured reserve soon. But that'd be massive for their defensive line. It would be by far the best defensive line probably in football. The Chargers star wide receiver Mike Williams underwent successful surgery yesterday in his torn ACL. Chris Godwin and Baker Mayfield, both listed as questionable, will play tonight against the Bills, sources tell. And Bader Groin is also questionable, and will be a true game day decision, so it looks like he'll be a game day decision. But yeah, it's all for the NFL news for today, so at least for now. So yeah, until next time, Mac Light. Peace. Peace.